When you are a trainer, you are actually not responsible for yourself first. You are responsible for your students. You are responsible for their upliftment, or you can say for their career. So that is the main focus that I take into consideration, and then I stand here and I deliver it. Now the question is, if that is the thing I am keeping in my mind and I have to do the training, so all things revolve around them, and then it comes to me. So you as a trainer, or I as a trainer, we all first have to, apart from what the learning, we all have some other learning, correct or not, Shrita?
Yes.
Do you agree with that?
Yes.
Now the question is, you can still make a stronger impact whether you are a trainer or not a trainer by being very sensitive about your students' learning process. So if you really care for them, if you really want them to reach a given height, and you feel that that is very important for you to do for them, then what happens? That thing automatically comes inside you. What are the things I have to do along with my students so that I can create an impact? Now the question is, I'm really particular about the learning process. But in all those things, I do few things. What is the first thing is, I have to create the confidence inside them to speak, to communicate, to interact.
That engagement has to happen.
Engagement has to happen. So more than the training, more than trying to share the learning, first of all, I have to create that freedom of speech. I have to create that what is that? That soothness of not being nervous, or I have to just take out the fear out of them to communicate. So sometimes many people don't communicate. They don't try to. They are not able to express. They are not able to communicate. They have so many things in mind. They are not. So you have to create that. What is that? You have to not you have to bridge. You have to bridge that gap, or you have to break that gap, or you have to create that comfort zone between your student to you. So that first of all, let them share, interact, communicate, discuss openly without any fear. Because when fear is there, then there is hesitation, and with that hesitation, lot of
Questions.
lot of things doesn't come out.
Yes.
So that is the first thing. So you have to make them comfortable. Second thing is, more than you telling what your experiences are, it's important that you question them. First of all, ask them, this is the thing what I'm going to teach you. You tell me what is the knowledge you have around us. So you have to first create a brainstorming session with them. First time, because most of the time what happens?
We come and we
Most of
directly
the time what
deliver the
happens?
topic.
We come here, we share without even knowing
What is
okay,
there.
so that engagement is not coming. And when you do that, you're also trying to understand where they are in terms of their learning process. So you understood it very well. Or who has got how much of knowledge? You evaluated them very well, and then you try to take on your subjects. So very important, you have to create that questionnaire, you have to create that curiosity, you have to create that openness to share with you so that you can understand, you can read their mentality. After doing that, you can get started with it. So very important thing is, I have to create that confidence of speaking or sharing, interacting or discussing or communicating. Then next thing is, I have to know what they have got in their mind. That is the second thing. And third thing would be, when I am doing the training, okay, I should know, first there are 2-3 steps. One is, I know that in order to explain this whole thing, this is the flow chart. But if I take this flow chart, the whole thing, step by step, somewhere they may understand, they may forget, or they may not even understand anything. So very important thing, in a very, very brief manner, can I just make them understand the whole concept in an easy manner? First, let me make them understand the concept. Let them understand the concept. And after making them understand the concept, I have to give them a task and see, by knowing this concept, how much of the task can be completed. Because do they really take that the practice of first understanding the concept and still completing the task? If this preparation you do it, then many of the things you don't have to show them. Just understanding the concept, they can do it. Now, you explain them the concept, give them a scenario, ask them to work and give you a feedback. Give you a completion or give the result. Then you try to see who's standing where, how much someone has taken up the concept, and then you try to explain them one more time clearly through all those things. And now then ask them again to do it. Now what happened? They understood the process very well. They understood that, okay, I have to first understand the concept pretty clear. Second thing is, now I am very much clear with how the process has to be a flowchart. And third thing is, always good to create a separate flowchart. You are explaining, you are giving concept, you are now telling them in depth of the thing, but in all this thing, you need to have a flowchart also prepared for them so that tomorrow when they have to go back and do the thing, if not sometimes they have clear with the
Clear with
complete depth of it, at least they have a flowchart proper way, they have the concept, they can still complete the task.
Yes.
So here what the problem you are doing is, you are not trying to evaluate them. You have your own challenges, so you come down here, you are struggling with yourself. But the day when you will really be concerned about their learning process, then that is the day you will do the best job over here. Otherwise, you are now still with your own challenge. You are still thinking, okay, this is the challenges I have got, this is the fear I have got. You are trying to overcome your own challenges. But the day you will leave it, just say that no, I am the best. I am the best. Whatever the knowledge I have with me, I have to just give the best to them and make an impact. If that is the thing you can do it, I think that is the day you will make a difference to their career and you will be the best ever here.
Yes.
That is the thing. Because I have seen two type of people. Okay, communication is so very important. I've seen why someone, okay, I've seen a person who doesn't know English but still you ask them to speak, he can still speak because he doesn't have hesitation, he doesn't have fear of speaking. You just ask, he's an interactive person, he's a networking guy,
Yes.
so he knows how to speak. And there is the other guy who knows how to speak, but this all nervousness, fear and all those things is actually,
Binding.
yes, yeah, is bringing or pulling him back. And even though he knows how to speak, he cannot speak. For example, the recent example what we saw from one of our students. So sometimes it's but being very, very casual, very, very open also shows your over proudness that you don't care. No, that's not it. Discipline with knowing your limitations and then being open, casual freedom, you'll have a very impactful discussion and people will share it. People will appreciate it. That is how you as a trainer have to create this impact. So take that into practice and demonstrate it. Care for your students. Make sure that the time what you spend, you're not wasting their time, and with that, you're not wasting your time. So one is caring for them, okay, then respecting your time, and in all those things, making sure that the end goal is met together. Because here is not just he separate or you,
Yes, sir.
it is a together. It is a game of togetherness. We have to mutually, we have to together win or have the success. So that is the level of work what you have to do here. So
Absolutely.
you agree?
Yes.
Do you agree?
Yes, sir.